Yes, guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102. We are now going to view for the very first time Matt and Ross Part 4. I'm hoping this is going to fire up. There should be no reason why it shouldn't. But just trying to cast my mind back now then. Ross had been improving with Arsenal. Matt had fucked off out of England. He'd gone to Barcelona. And I'm hoping we're at roughly the same sort of day. I downloaded this from Matt a couple of days ago as I'm finally getting a chance to do some videos. Wait for it, drum roll. Oh, we've come on to Ross. Okay, so, alright, we're at the end of the season. The end of season 4 then, which is great stuff. Right, let's go straight to... I don't want to do no spoilers of it. So if I go to the... I don't know if... Oh, fucking hell. I'm going to fuck this up anyway. So, Matt, Ross has finished second then for Arsenal. I think, you know, we'll come to that in a moment. Let's have a look at his 7 signings. I'd like to give my honest view. Very good striker there, Ross. And you got him on a Bosman. I can't even remember if he was there last time. Not too bad. Arcidius back. Well, you know, anyone that knows me knows I'm a big fan of Arcidius back. I do think it's a little bit late to get him. I mean, the age of 30, you're not going to get as much from him as you would when you first start the game. Eddie Gustafsson. I'm a little bit... Because we spoke about Ross needing goalkeepers a couple of seasons ago, didn't we? And he ended up bringing 2 in. And Eddie Gustafsson, I don't think is top shelf. He's a good goalkeeper. He's a good player. Solid player. Now, look at that. Patrick Kluivert. Obviously, there's an injury prone, which don't look too bad, but that is an absolute monster of a boy. You got him on exchange. Very, very interesting. Kluivert is a great signing. Probably coming to the peak of his career, so I think you've done a really good job. Mikael Dawson, again, a versatile Scandinavian, but I was going to say, it don't strike me that he's going to be good enough at this level. Okay, so there are your 7 signings. Let's have a look if you've got anything coming in for next season. Oh, no, you're selling Arga Barsum. Right, okay. Okay, let's just have a look who's been your best player this season. 12 games, Franny Jeffers. Right, well, I'm looking around now, right, and I'll tell you who he must have got rid of to Barcelona. It's got to have been Thierry Henry, because he's not there. So I'm guessing then that he was unhappy because he'd only played 5 games and 12 more as a sub. So I'm a bit confused as to why you would do an exchange if it is Henry. I mean, you've still got Luca Toni down there. Okay, let's just go for it. It's gonna be Henry, isn't it? No, it weren't Henry. I got that wrong, didn't I? Oh, it's even worse. It's Ashley Cole. Fucking hell, it's a worldly left back there. I have to be honest with you, Ross. I think Ashley Cole is a worldie. I think he's a quality left back, and I think that's a dodgy move. I mean, don't get me wrong. Patrick Kluivert is a solid striker. Personally, you probably could have purchased Patrick Kluivert if he was unhappy, and you could have retained. I mean, if you purchased Patrick Kluivert with the money you got from Thierry Henry, then I get it. So, yeah, but I don't know. That's really bizarre. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you're obviously you're improving, Ross. You're improving. Vieira's still going strong. Look at that! What a solid performance from him. Oh, that's another striker there. See, okay. You've got plenty of strikers. So I don't know. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe getting rid of Henry was a good call in respect of. But then you've got rid of Henry, you've brought in Kluivert. It's almost like for like. Because I think Henry's a great player in the ODB. Okay, let's take a look now then. Shit, I knew it! I fucking knew it! That there was a possibility we could have spoilers if they played. I actually thought Matt might have moved back to England, if the truth be told. But we can see where Matt is just by that. The reason I went to this, right, is I thought we'll see where he went out, or did he win the Champions League or the Cups. So you can see he went out the FA Cup, assumingly to Aston Villa on penalties. Milan looked like they've knocked him out the Champions League, and I'm guessing that was on penalties, judging by those semi-finals. No, I got that wrong, and I sorry. No, sorry, what am I talking about, Dick? So Champions League Phase 2, it looks like he was knocked out. With Seville, assumingly Matt Rosenborg. I mean, in all honesty, that's a shit group. We'll come to that. We'll have a look at that group in a minute. So he's out the FA Cup. Out the FA Cup to Aston Villa. That's harsh. That is really, really harsh for you, Ross. You know, big unlucky. Oh, he lost to Milan up there. He lost to the League Cup to Blackburn Rovers. So he beat Milan. He dominated Milan. Okay, let's. Here we go. Okay, I get you now. So Matt, I believe Matt was already qualified when they played. Am I reading that right, guys? I think that's how I read that. Yeah. Oh, I see. Right, okay. Sorry, I'm just reading it again. I'm just taking it all in. So I'm gonna have a look at this game in a minute. But he obviously beat Matt. He beat Matt. Matt was already qualified, and then in the last game, it was in his own hands. He had to win in Seville, but lost 1-0. He lost 1-0 and got eliminated. Let's take a look now. I'm intrigued now, then, Matt. I can't even go on that game yet, can I? Because I'm going to have spoilers of Matt's team. I want to see the lineup. Okay, so Matt, so that's the end of Ross. And Ross, generally speaking, a huge well done. A huge well done. It looks like you are getting better and better. Let's go to Matt then, who's clearly moved to AC Milan. And he's won the Serie A title. Just. Fuck me, that was just. Let us... let's just have a look at something before. I don't want to... When did he move? Okay, so he only had the one season at Barcelona. He's gone to Milan. And... are we ready? Let's see where he finished. He lost the Champions League. He lost the Champions League to Manchester United of all teams. Oh my god. Fuck me. I bet you were fucking raging there, Matt. Your goalie red carded in the Champions League final. I bet you were seething. And he dominated it as well. Is that Gareth Barry? Van Nistelrooy. Jesus, man. He'll be fucking livid at that. So Lazio in the semis. We can have a look quickly. We'll have a look at the top lineups in a minute. Where did he come with the Italian Cup then? Did he get knocked out? Semi-final, he got knocked out then on away goals to Juventus, it looks like. Okay, let's have a look at his team. Let's have a look at his signings. So if he took over AC Milan, he wouldn't have got 7 signings in extra. So these are the 7 signings that he's brought in as himself. Rivaldo, great. Ooh. No, that must have been pre-arranged. Must have been, because he's got 8 there, and he would not have purchased 7 million on a 33-year-old. So, Rivaldo, Lee Bowyer, great player. Look at that, what a player. 14 million. Okoronkwo, lot of money for Okoronkwo. Mario Yeeps, great player. Iga Bishkan, great. Diego Tristan. Truth be told, I think there's better strikers out there than Diego Tristan. Mark Kerr, I love Mark Kerr. Don't look like he's developed as good as what he has done in various saves a few seasons in. And Gerardo Herrera, don't really know much about him. Is he a regen? Yes, he is. He is a regen. So I would say Matt's playing sort of the long game with him. So he's won the Italian League, which is another check mark for Matt. And domestic titles. He'll be gutted about that Champions League. I don't think he'll be too pissed off about the Cup. Let's have a look if Matt's got any players coming in. He's got 3 players coming in. Miranda. That's obviously a regen. No, it's not a regen. Okay. Quite decent right back there. Thomas Locatelli. I remember that guy. He don't look that great, if I'm truly honest with you. But then that being said, he's done well at Bologna. Mantouras. Angolan. Another striker? Wow. Wow, he looks the bollocks, don't he? He really does look the bollocks. Okay, so let's have a look who his best players been. I mean, has he still got Shevchenko's still there. 809, great player. Contra, solid right back. Kutuzov. I think, you know, there's no denying it. I think Matt's going to be here at Milan for another season. We'll have a quick gander at the... I don't think anything's appealing. Well, Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain may come vacant, and if it does, could we see Matt fuck off to France? Matt's got a bit of a history with Paris Saint-Germain. If anyone knows anything about Matt's other network game with myself, Paris Saint-Germain, of course, famously sacked him. Let's have a quick gander then. I'm intrigued about something. I'm intrigued about this this game. Right. Yeah, judging by that, that looks like a second string team. And I get it. If you've already confirmed it, you know, I mean, I would do the same thing. And I think, personally, in the Champions League, the dead rubbers, those last games, it's an opportunity to give players. Yeah, it's definitely an opportunity. That being said, I would say Matt will be really hacked off with those reserves, because you almost sort of, you give him a chance and you think, right, fucking prove me now. Prove me right to giving you a chance. I mean, Van Bronckhorst, I mean, he's had a horrendous season. Etex Beria, I expect more from him. Let's say, I mean, Etex Beria played at top. I'm not sure Etex Beria is an out-and-out striker personally. But nevertheless, you know, do you know what? They're thinking about it. So Matt played his second string. Ross didn't. Ross needed to win. And to be fair to Ross, you know, he was probably quite fortunate that Matt played his second string. But I don't think that was any favours. I wouldn't have thought that was any favours, because I'd say Matt would have done that anyway. Because like you would in real life. I mean, see, I think I said this, didn't I, last season? He is not Premiership quality, Tommy Johnson, and that proves it. I'll tell you what I did mean to go to, is what formation Ross is playing. Ooh, that's quite an interesting one, isn't it? That's an interesting formation. Little bit exposed in the bang in the centre. I quite like it, to be honest with you. I quite like it. I wouldn't have liked it if these wingers were a bit further deeper, like wing backs. I wouldn't have liked it, but I don't mind that. Let's see what your team instructions are. Okay, very, very interesting. And obviously, I'm guessing you've still got what I assume is Neville Southall region. So yeah, going back to goalkeepers. So yeah, your goalkeepers is a little bit weird, really. Okay, nevertheless. So going back to Matt. I would say Matt will be here for another season. I personally think he will. You know, he's got players coming. But he will be fucking seething. So Man United won the league, of course. Now Ross, the bottom line is, on this, is... In fact, I know what I was going to say, has Ross won a competition yet? Let me just check. No, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck it. Who am I talking about? Right, there you go. That's answered that then. So Matt's not... Ross, like, the bottom line is, Ross, you've had 4 seasons. 5th season fast approaching. You need a trophy. Now, in my opinion, what you need, Ross, is you need the title and a cup. Now, this is your objective, son. The title and any cup. Now, obviously, in an ideal world, win the fucking lot. But... realistically, you know, you need that title, and you've got to take that title. Now, I know deep down, Ross, you won't want to change your tactics to what I was talking about. I quite like the tactic that you got, to be honest with you. I mean, if I'm really, really honest, my middleman tactic is purely that, but Kallstrom, I would have Kallstrom sitting in the middle, and I call it middleman because I build the team around that middleman. And if you've got a central midfielder, which you haven't got anything of quality, you can build it around that. I mean, you could even put Donny there. Donny, although he's getting on. So, yeah, that's to be blunt with you on this one, Ross, those manager stats are disgusting. Let's take a look then at Matt and his manager stats. First of all, let's have a look at that. Look at that, looks good, doesn't it? 3 league titles, 9 cups won. Superb, Matt, superb. And of course, you know, you've got Italy, Spain and England on that. Part of me thinks, right, that if that PSG job comes up, now of course this is important, because if the PSG job was to come up, the next continue, Matt, or if Matt was to apply for it and get it before the update, their window opens like I think it's opened in June, a bit like England. So technically, if he gets that job, if it comes available, and if he gets it, and it's all done before the update, and he can get some players over the line, he could technically get players in before the update and 7 more players after the update. It's a big ask, to be honest with you, at the 25th of fucking May. So that is the Matt and Ross network game. And you guys are doing a grand job. I love these updates, particularly at this time, one season on, because I'm still refreshed from where you were at last season. Matt, I know you're going to be fucking seething I'm sure you were seething at that fucking Champions League final. Out of interest, I bet it was the last. Oh, you literally just had it, haven't you? Did you punish? Why have I still got Solskjaer? Did you punish? Did you punish Buffon? You fucking must have, because I would have. Let's see what he got red carded for, shall we? Must have pulled him down in the area. Yeah, Scholes. Well, it was Scholes that he brought down. So, to be honest with you, I'd have given him a pay rise for that. He didn't even have a great season, did he? I mean, that's quite a piss-poor season. But hey-ho, and obviously, Milan had already purchased Buffon, so that's an interesting one. So that's it from me, guys. And until we get to part 5, it's ciao from me.